In the previous video, we explained why site structure is important for your users. We talked about navigation, user experience, and user signals. In this video, we'll explore the other side of the coin, the importance of site structure for the search engine. We'll focus less on organizing and classifying your content and more on internal linking here. Because internal linking, and by that we mean linking from one page on your website to another page on your website, helps the search engines to index and rank the pages of your site. So let's start with indexing. In the first module of this course, we explained what Google does. Remember that Google consists of a crawler, an index, and an algorithm. And remember that search engines like Google follow links. For Google to know of the existence of your new website, there first has to be a link from another site, one Google already knows, to your site. Once Google has found your site, it can start crawling the internal links that connect all your pages. Those internal links are part of how Google experiences the structure of your website. And all those links allow Google to index your entire website. So if we have a new post out on content maintenance for SEO, we link to it from this article. And we make sure our new blog posts are linked to from our homepage. That's how Google knows a page exists. Google follows the link from a page it already knows. Then all the content, the headings, all the links are saved in the index. In other words, your internal linking structure directly influences whether Google can find your pages. We'll explore internal linking in detail in a later module. Your site structure is not only important to get your site indexed, that's only the first step. Your site structure can also give Google important clues about where to find the most important content on your site. It determines whether a search engine can understand what your site's about and what you're selling. Your internal linking structure is one way to show Google what content is very important and what content is less important. You do this by linking to those important pages often. Very important pages should simply receive more links. Why are we doing this again, you might ask? Well, if you don't tell Google which pages are most important, all of your pages will be competing for attention. You'll actually compete with your own pages for a high ranking in Google. Let me illustrate this. At Yoast, we tend to write a lot about SEO. For example, we have multiple blog posts about keyword research. Each post covers a different aspect. For specific search queries like what is a focus keyword, Google will try to rank the post that answers this question best. For less specific search queries like keyword research, Google will find it much harder to figure out what the searcher is actually looking for. You could help Google by telling it, "This is my most important post or page about this topic." So in our case, our internal linking structure shows Google that the ultimate guide to keyword research is most important. Lastly, there's a third reason why internal linking is important for ranking. This has to do with the context in which links are embedded. Google has become better and better at recognizing the relevance of a link. It values a link from a page with the same topic higher, for example. So if we link to our ultimate guide to keyword research from a post on keyword research, this would be better for SEO than if we link from a page that discusses an unrelated feature of our plugin. We explore this in detail later on. Okay, that was a lot of information. Just remember what I'm going to say next and you'll be fine for now. A good site structure helps Google navigate your site and index all your pages. A good site structure also lets Google know which pages are most important and should be ranked. And lastly, internal links are important to get your site indexed, but the context of internal links is important to get your site ranked.